Good evening, all my little mice. Minnie's here with you tonight, and, well, it's time for video game thoughts. So, me up in my chair better. That's better. So, tonight, I just happen to still be in my French maid outfit, so I'm a little bit dusted up, in case you felt like you need a little cleaning again. But tonight we're going to talk about a Super Nintendo game. Tonight's game is, if I can not cover up the game, UN Squadron. I'm not covering the game too much, am I? Covering up pretty well. It's about as good as we're going to get. Alright. Now, sorry about that. This game I first played back when it was more or less new. My younger cousin was visiting, and she brought her Super Nintendo with her. She only had a few games, but this happened to be one of them. And, well, I played it, and I got hooked really easily. It was a really fun one right from the bat. It's a shoot 'em up style airplanes, but with RPG elements, and you have different areas you can head to, different tasks you have to do to be able to advance, and different pilots, different airplanes to get, different equipment to be able to buy and equip. The equipment being consumable, the planes being unlockable. So once you unlock a plane, you have it. But if, say, you want this particular weapon, you have to pay some of that precious money you could be saving up for the next bigger plane. So there's that. Good news, though, is if you didn't use all your special weapons in a given mission, you got that money credited back. So it's only consumable money if you consume the things. Keep that in mind. Now, I don't remember who you're supposedly attacking, but theoretically you're attacking somebody in a world, and you have to defend your base from other things that are coming to attack it at the same time you're going to attack them. You have 3 different pilots. They're very anime-esque characters, so that's kind of cool in the fact that you get to pick kind of a... It felt very Macrossy, very Robotech in the character design, so that was a good draw. And your main weapon gets powered up. The more you kill things, you get power-ups for it, which are static on that particular airplane, which is good. And depending on the plane, how powerful you can get. There were quite a few planes to get throughout the game. The first basic one only had a couple of different weapons you can get for it, and a modest-sized main gun. The more you went up, the more special weapons you could get at any given time, and the cooler your gun was. With one odd exception, that an A-10 Thunderbolt, which instead of just getting a bigger straight-ahead gun, its gun maxed at the 3rd level, which was really low, but it had a gun that went forward, one that went down at an angle. And like the A-10 Thunderbolt, it was very much based on bomb-type weapons, too, so you got most of the bomb-type additives. This one was definitely good if you were going against a lot of ground sections at the moment, but otherwise, not a very focused weapon system, especially if you're in a air zone where there's no ground. Things like the napalm just flat out don't explode because they never hit the ground. So, as most shoot 'em ups go, you go through levels. Most of them are scrolling from left to right, and you're just pew-pewing at all of the bad guys and dodging all their bullet bits. You have a health meter, so it's not like one-hit death, but you don't have much health. And as you go through, you look for the odd-colored enemy usually, or take out an entire chain of enemies. You have a good chance of getting a power-up, which will then make your gun better. And at the end of each mission, there's usually a boss critter of some sort, like a big tank or another big jet or something huge you have to take out. All of which are very fun to kill. So you get in there and you just bash the living toodles out of them. It's good to often save some of your best big weapons for the end of the mission, but don't be afraid to use some of the bombs to hit things below you. Those come in like a 50-pack anyway, and they're just as effective as your regular gun, so use them whenever you can to get things below you. Better live and be short a couple bombs than to be dead and have a full pack. Now, not all the targets are stationary on the map. Some of the critters move towards your base, and you have to stop them before they get there, or once they get there, you have no choice, but that's the only battle you can do. There are a couple of air squadrons and a submarine that all go in to attack your home base. These levels are actually some of the harder ones too, so very important to do your best and take them out as quickly as possible so that you don't have to worry about them. And once you take out anything normal levels, not the attack groups, the shadow of you can't go past this goes away, and you can go to further battles that are down the road towards the boss zone, towards where the enemy stronghold is. And once you get far enough, these supply trucks are then accessible. You can take them out to earn a lot of money, and if you can manage that, you can quickly start unlocking more of the airplanes. After a certain point, there's a basic situation where there's always going to be a supply truck out, so you can just keep strafing them and getting the money and get as much as you can and unlock everything, which is good, because then you can have the best jet and have a full arsenal with it when you're going into the last couple levels. It's really a good shoot 'em up. It's fairly fair as far as there's open space where it can be pretty much all the time. If you pay attention, you can stay safe and stay alive. If you're diligent with your shooting phases, there's often times where you won't even be in danger just because you're shooting the right way and fast enough. You'll take out all the bad guys, get the bonuses, and you're moving onward. And a couple of the bosses I definitely found harder, but I still did make it through the whole game in the end, which is the important part. Now, I played this both on the Super Nintendo, and I played the MAME version, which would be the arcade port. I don't remember which. I'm assuming the arcade version came first, because this feels very arcade. Now, in that, you can just feed it fake quarters till you have as many lives you want, and you just keep going. Doesn't matter if you die, you just keep going, you're fine. It was a lot shorter than the Super Nintendo version. I definitely found that. And a lot easier, to be honest. I didn't expect that, but the home version was actually a lot more difficult. So that's something to keep in mind. Usually they make the arcade version harder from what I can tell, just so to keep sucking the money out of your pocket to keep getting more lives. But there's that. I liked both versions. Obviously, I own the Super Nintendo version now. That's now my copy I picked up, and it's a fun one. It's a good shmup. It's got good minimal RPG elements, like powering up your weapons and getting stronger as you go by, getting better ships or airplanes, and yeah, it's a good high quality shmuppy. If you're into that kind of thing, this would definitely be something up your alley. I'm not necessarily into that genre that much, but I really liked this one, and that says something. So it's one of the ones that could probably attract people of varying desires. The characters did draw me in initially, and the ease of entry definitely drew me in. I played enough of this kind of game where it's just like you get to level 1, it's like everything's deadly, and you have no way to survive unless you're perfect. And I hate that. Or you're in a one-hit death situation. That's no fun to me. This, I had fun with. I would definitely recommend it. I got it used recently for, I think it was about $20, so it's not super cheap, but it's not that expensive at the moment. So if you get a shot at it, give it a go. And save the world as part of the UN Squadron for me. Yeah. So, well, I definitely, I'm about out of thoughts on that one. I do want to thank you for taking time to watch my video and having fun with me tonight. And definitely hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little dingly bell down there. That makes YouTube happy and tells you when I get new videos up and increases the chance other people randomly see me the more of those things you do. So, do those things. And please, let other people know about my videos if you can. The more people that watch, the more people that will see it by accident that probably want to see it. And I'm just here to help entertain everybody and give everybody a smile for the day. So, again, thank you for watching. And oh, the Patreon link is in the description box below, in case you're so inclined. I appreciate every penny that anyone decides to pay me. They do help make the videos better. So, Minnie would definitely like to thank you all again for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Okay? Goodbye, all my little mices.